Hi everyone. Sorry, we're a little bit late. Technical difficulties as usual. Welcome to Dan versus the Kitchen. I'm back. We've had a couple of weeks off. It was actually kind of nice to have a little bit of a break. As always, jump in, say hello, let us know that you're watching. Today I am making chicken soup. So here in Australia on the East Coast, we're in Newcastle, it's just starting to get a little bit cooler. We just looked at the weather earlier and on the weekend, we're getting lows of 8. So we're now kind of rolling around to that soup weather. I really like to have soup for lunch during the week, take it to work. It's really easy. Scout is being really annoying. She is, I don't know whether this stuffs everything up, but...
Hello, Scouty. Can you see?
Yeah, you can.
She was just scratching up the
top. You probably can see we've got the ingredients out here. And she's been having a little bit of a go at it, so she's been locked out the back. So first of all, I'll go over some of the ingredients, and Erica's already done a little bit of it because it took like 20 minutes. So the ingredients that we have is 1 onion, 1 carrot, 2 celery stalks, and they are cooked in here with some butter and obviously the thyme.
And salt and pepper.
Yeah. So Erica cooked that ahead because that took like a fair bit of time to kind of come down and cook out.
Yeah, because I just like to do it low and slow to kind of make it nice and sweet, but not like burn it or like brown it. Just kind of.
Yeah, just to slowly cook it.
Yeah.
And so what she has in there, 1 onion, 1 carrot, 2 celery stalks, 50 grams of butter, a tablespoon of thyme leaves, salt and pepper. And the instructions are to peel and dice the onion, the carrot and the celery sticks, heat a large pot over medium heat, add the butter to melt, add the onion, carrot, celery, blah, blah, blah. Saute over medium heat for about 20 minutes until the carrot is just cooked and the mixture is fragrant, stirring every few minutes. You don't want this mixture to brown, so make sure to adjust the temperature of the burner down where necessary. So that's where we're up to. That's what's in this pot.
The burner's not on though, so I don't know if you want to pop it on the heat. I turned it off to make our dinner.
Which was delicious salmon. It was so nice.
Hey everyone. Hey Annette. Hey Jules. Hey Jennifer. Yep, getting ready for winter. Hey Susan. Hey Kerry. Kerry, are you cooking along? I saw you were thinking about it. Hey Mon. Michelle's the soup all year round kind of person.
I will eat soup all year round, but I definitely opt.
The good thing is we just get those kind of one-serve Pyrex dishes and you can just pop them in the freezer.
And then I just pull it out, especially when we're like, oh, there's no leftovers, grab a soup. So it's pretty easy. So the rest of the ingredients that didn't go into that vegetable mirepoix or whatever it's called are 2 cloves of garlic, minced, which I will mince with this. 6 cups of chicken stock or broth. We don't have any of our homemade. We haven't made it for ages, so Erica buys this Maggie Beer one.
It was a lot cheaper than the Maggie Beer bone broth.
Right.
And I wonder if there's that much of a difference, really.
400 grams of chicken. Now, Erica has steamed this chicken out of our freezer on the Thermomix Varoma, and I will shred it. But we usually would just use a barbecue chicken. You could cook your own chicken, whatever works for you. But you just want 400 grams of shredded chicken and 1 cup of pure cream, less a couple of licks from Scout. She is a dairy queen, our Scout.
Also, the cream is optional if you want to. You can leave it out if you want. It just makes it extra,
really
extra
nice.
Yummy.
Yeah.
Linda said this is her all-time favorite soup recipe.
So I've just put the heat of this back on. I'll just let it kind of come up because it's supposed to be kind of hot. And then we will start the next step. So while I'm waiting for that to happen, I might shred up this chicken.
Scout. Oh, she stopped as soon as I put the camera. Hey, Kelly. How do you transport your soup to work, Dan? Any product recommendations? I'm always so scared of having a backpack/handbag full of soup by lunchtime.
So do we use these ones?
Yeah.
So we use our Pyrex glass dishes with obviously their lid.
Not very
it's not
secure.
super secure, to be honest, because the lids are some of the lids are broken, but
Kelly, I would reckon a good option if I was worried about that would be like a jar with a screw lid.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah, or like a thermos.
I have my lunch bag still full. I haven't emptied it because I got home a little bit late. But I take this lunch bag. It just goes in the fridge at work. We've got massive fridges in our kitchen to accommodate a large amount of people. So this just goes straight into the fridge. It's not normally this full. And I don't have any problems with spillage because I just keep this upright and it always just stays upright. It's got a handle, so it works fine for me. I'm not catching public transport or anything, so it just sits on the front seat of the car. So my attempt at shredding that kind of didn't work the way I thought it was going to. So I might chop it. Just because it's gotten cold.
Kelly, I think a jar with like a screwable lid would be a good option, or a thermos. Even if you didn't have it hot in there, at least it would be like kind of watertight, I guess. I'm sure someone else might have a awesome option that they use. Hey, Bronwyn. Hey, Carol. Hey, Sarah. Kerry's cooking along. Yeah, sorry, Kerry. You got a bit of catching up to do. We didn't want to be here all night, though, watching Dan chop up the carrots.
Well, you could have chopped it and I could have cooked it.
True, but 20 minutes seemed like a long time.
Also, our phones are down on the charger for the second night in a row.
Yeah.
At 7 o'clock.
Hey, Matt. Hey, Lola. Lola said she loves the chicken soup.
This is a good recipe. I haven't had it, obviously, for a while.
Also, you could cook the chicken in the soup as well if you wanted to. Certainly very flexible. Leanne said she uses a plastic lidded soup mug or thermos cup to take to work. Oh, so you saw Scout. Yeah, she scratches on the glass door.
She does.
Like she's, so hard done by.
Oh, have we told people about her getting out? Has that video come out yet? That comes out next week.
Yeah.
Scout got out. Scout had a little adventure.
Scout is our cat for anyone who's wondering what we're talking about. We have 2 cats and they stay indoors most of all the time. They never go outside. We've had
and they're not actually that interested in it, to be fair.
No, we've had them over 10 years and they have
they've
never been outside because we got them when they were kittens. Hey, Julie.
So Scout got out.
Yeah.
There's much more information in the next video around what happened and funny stories connected to it.
But she's back. She's back.
Which involves the neighbour watching my bum on his security cameras.
Hey, Joe. How you going? Need to use a container. They have coffee containers, water containers that keeps everything hot or cold. Yeah, like even a water bottle, like one of those kind of hot and cold water bottles. At least it would, it's going to seal. Susan said we saw you rescuing her from under your neighbour's house.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yes, I put it on Instagram stories, I think. The funny twist to the story, well, our neighbours weren't home, but we know them. And they have a cat also. So we knew that they wouldn't mind, like, if we were getting our cat out from under their house. And then he came over in the afternoon. He's like, "Is everything okay?" And we're like, "Yeah, what?" He'd been at the pub watching Dan run around the house on his security cameras. We didn't know that had security cameras. That was quite funny.
Oh, hilarious. I was so embarrassed.
And I'm just like, Dan, your bum crack was out the whole time. She's down on her head.
I thought I was concerned about Scout, not about my butt. Okay, so I've just added the garlic. I'm nearly finished shredding this. So add the garlic to the pot, saute for a minute. So I'll just let that go while I just finish the rest of this little bit of chicken that's left.
Hey, traveller. No, Matt, I don't have a cold. It's just me. Oh, Yeti. Is that what you mean, Joe? Yeti from the fishing shop?
That's the Yeti container that my lunchbox is Yeti.
Yeah. She said that K-E-T, I think she means Yeti, from the fishing shop. My friends have purchased all mine for me for my birthday or Christmas. Very lucky girl. Yeah, very lucky. We love Yeti stuff too.
Yeti
yeah.
If you watch our favourite things, I think we've shown a few Yeti things that we have. My lunch bag is Yeti. Our kind of travel mugs are Yeti. Our kind of regular, we use these as our regular drinking glasses around here. So that is also Yeti. We really like their products. Okay, garlic is done. Next instructions, add the chicken stock and the shredded chicken to the pot and bring to a simmer for 5 minutes. So the chicken is 6 cups. Is that all of this?
I think so, because that'd be 2 cups each. Traveller said, do you still order from Polena Fresh now that they've moved to Queensland? We haven't. I haven't, not deliberately. I just haven't. We didn't order from them that often. I think we actually still have some of their garlic bread in the freezer, which would be good with your soup if you wanted. No, I haven't. Has anyone ordered? I assume it works pretty much the same.
They're on the Sunshine Coast or something.
Yeah, yep.
We're going to the Sunshine Coast in...
I don't know that they have like a shop or anything anymore.
Shipping.
Yeah.
So stock is in.
Okay, let's see if we can get Scout.
Chicken is in.
Scout's
going in.
Favourite thing to do.
When she doesn't want to be left out back.
She also likes to do it on the mirrored robes.
And she also likes to do it on our TV.
Yeah. Anywhere where there's like a nice glass for her to scratch her little claws on.
All right, so the chicken's in, the stock is in. It looks like a soup now. Do
you want to show us?
So I'll just let that come up and simmer away for a little bit. The chicken's all cooked and everything, so it's just kind of heating it up.
Yes, Robin, you definitely need to make it, especially with the cooler weather.
The other thing I was going to talk to you, I'll go over the macros first of all. So the calories for one serve, so this serves 6 and the calories are 223, the carbs are 5 and the fiber is 1, so the net carbs is 4. The protein is 3 and the fat is 22. If you wanted higher protein, just use chicken breast and put a little bit more in. Because that's quite a low protein.
What was it?
3.
3?
Yeah.
That doesn't seem right. 400
we
grams.
Calculated the macros.
Yeah, I know, but that doesn't seem right.
400 grams divided by 6.
Yeah, more than 3.
Anyway. use chicken breast because it generally is higher in protein if you're looking for a higher protein option. We also have quite a few different soup recipes on our website. I had laksa today that was left over. I think I might have cooked it on
you did on the
Dan versus the Kitchen a few weeks ago. So I still had some in the freezer, so I had that today. And it was a double serve, so I'll have the rest tomorrow. We have like a coconut curry pumpkin one that's really delicious. We have a really good one is our cauliflower and bacon.
It's like smoky.
Really good. And the bacon kind of gives a croutony type of texture in the really smooth, silky, creamy cauliflower soup. So that is a good one. What else did we have? Broccoli and cheddar. That's a reasonably newer recipe on our website. I remember when Erica made it a few times, I had that much in the freezer. I had a lot of broccoli and cheddar soup. But it was really delicious as well. Soups are really easy to make kind of lower carb because just choose one that's not like got pasta or noodles or whatever in
potatoes,
it.
The other
or
thing.
potatoes. Yeah. But you can easily make it low carb, and it's actually quite hard to buy ones that are low carb because they do have potato or lentils or those kind of
We did a video, didn't we, of low carb soups?
Yeah, we probably should have got some.
Yeah, we do. We had heaps of them. Mom said Scout needs her own music channel with those dance moves.
Got better dance moves than us.
Easily.
My moves were pretty good.
Susan said, I so love how Dan tidies everything up. David could take a leaf out of her book.
We do still have some soups.
We do.
So we did do a video on store-bought soups probably last year, I'm assuming. So there is this beef faux. This might have been the one from Aldi. They did have some at Aldi and they had some at Woolworths as well. And this one uses cognac noodles as the noodle. We obviously haven't tried it yet because we still have it here. But the ingredients are cognac noodles, beef, onion, chili, basil, cilantro, galangalau, salt, and spices. There is sugar as the second last ingredient, but the serves, there's 2 serves in a pack, and the carbs are 5. So 5 per serve, 10 in the whole lot. The other one that we have here, this is another Thai pho style. This one's chicken.
Yeah, that's
carbs are higher in this one. 9 per serve out of this pack. Again, it's using cognac noodles, coconut milk, soy sauce, shredded chicken. It's got coconut sugar quite high on the ingredient list here, so that's probably what's up to the carbohydrates. Why do they spell cilantro like that? C-U-L. Both packets have spelled it like that.
That's weird.
Rice bran oil. So I'd probably say this one had the better ingredients and the better macros. The other option here is all natural pho. So we obviously weren't big on the pho because we haven't had any of them. There's 3 phos left.
Robin said she's been using the chicken bone broth from Coles. It's heart and soul. No nasties. Great for soups or on its own.
That's a good tip.
Kelly said, my biggest issue with eating soup on keto is that I want all the toast.
Yeah.
Order some Polenta Fresh. They have the
little garlic bread, which is quite good to have with this.
Yeah.
So I'll just let that kind of get to a bubble and then we'll add the cream and then it will kind of be ready to go. And then I'll just divvy it up into a few different little containers, and then most of those will go in the freezer because I've got lunch for the next couple of days. So, Joe, we did a video. Joe just asked, are we more low carb than keto? We did a video about it. We're not going to go into it again. You can just go back and watch the video. We don't want to talk too much more about it, but we're go and watch the video. It's probably the best way to explain it.
Yeah, cheese bread, or you can make like those kind of Jimmy cakes, or there's lots of bread.
I'm so used to not having bread with it now. So yes, come on, soup.
Trying to think of what else we've got to talk about. What did we do on the weekend?
We watched the Swan lose to Brisbane yesterday.
We did.
I did park run, my second park run. Did my fastest 5 kilometers yet. We watched one of our movies, which was Finding Nemo.
How did you like the Newey park run?
Oh, I really liked it. I much preferred it over the Torrens park run that we did in Adelaide. I don't know what I liked about it. I think probably because I was by myself and I'm very used to running by myself. My friend wanted to talk all the time and I really can't talk and run at the same time. It felt less congested because the park is much wider. There were parts where we were crossing over each other in reasonably small areas at that other one. It felt just more relaxed in general. The vibe felt more relaxed. There's no hills on the course, so I also liked that. So yes. We watched Finding Nemo as our movie. Mm-hmm. That is such a good movie.
It was such a good movie.
We also we were kind of late to the party with watching Afterlife, but we loved it. Mm-hmm. We really, really, really loved it. Netflix. So it's Ricky Gervais. It's a sad, funny comedy. Like it's hard to kind of put it in a category. Not very long, 3 seasons, 6 episodes each that went for about 25 minutes. So we kind of punched that out in a week. But we both really, really, really enjoyed it. So if you're after a new show, you haven't seen it yet, it's on Netflix, and it was good.
Some parts were so funny, and then some parts were so
sad.
Moving.
I cried so much.
It was like a good combination of like you were invested in the characters and
All right, I'm going to pop the cream in now. So the instructions were add the cream and taste for seasoning and add more salt if required. Heat through gently and then it is ready to serve. I'm just going to bring it down because I bumped it up to get it up. This just changes the colour completely. Obviously, it makes it look more creamy. I'll just wait for it to heat up a bit and I'll bring it.
We'll come over.
Okay. So you can see it's really changed in the colouring now. Looks more creamy. If you're dairy-free, I'm assuming you could use coconut cream or coconut milk.
Yeah, I'll just leave it out.
Or leave it out altogether. I might taste it to see if it needs more salt. Because the only time we added salt was when Erica did the carrot and stuff.
Yeah, I wasn't sure on the stock if it was.
Yeah, it needs more salt.
Salty.
So I was just thinking more about how to elaborate on what Joe said. And I would say, Joe asked, are we more low carb than keto? And I would say we just don't want to define what the way we're eating in any way anymore. So overall, it's potentially low carb. It's definitely not keto. But we're trying to step away from the whole diet culture mentality. We go into it much more in our videos. But we don't want to be defined by our diet anymore. I think is the crux of it. Is that what you would say? Yeah. So you may see things that have more carbs. We don't want to have to keep kind of bringing it up. But most of what you'll see will be reasonably low carb.
Joe said, sorry if I upset you.
No, you didn't.
I think she just didn't know how to say
it's just, I don't want to have to talk about it every single time we're on.
It's a bit boring.
It's just,
no,
and part of it is
a valid
we
question.
don't really know how to define it because we don't want to define it. So it kind of makes it hard to talk about.
Yeah.
But everything is a learning process for us. We've never been massive Nazis about anything. If what we're showing doesn't suit you anymore, we're okay with that. That's nice. It's hot now.
Nailed it.
I'm going to turn it off. But that will be some soups to go in the freezer. I highly recommend if you're someone who takes your lunch to work, cook up a batch of this or any of most of these soups except for the egg drop one, which I don't think I even talked about, will freeze because we've frozen all of them.
Yeah.
Especially with the amount that we cook to test a recipe, it ends up in the freezer and then I just eat it over the next few weeks. So I highly recommend cooking up a soup. If you're not a fan of chicken soup, just pick another one, portion them up, pop them in the freezer. And when you don't have leftovers, it's a really easy thing to choose for lunch. I've always been someone who takes my lunch, well, not always, but definitely since I've been low carb.
And most places have a microwave, so it's a pretty easy
you just microwave it up.
Or you could take it hot in a thermos if you don't. So
yeah. So
hey Tan, how you going?
Fiona said, say eating healthy, you probably wouldn't run out and have a Big Mac and chips. Hey. Hi, Tan. Yeah. So anyway, we're just trying to eat real food as much as possible and not kind of sweat on every single little thing that we put in our mouth. I think that's it. The soup is done. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. I will be back next week.
Oh no, Tan had COVID.
A lot of people have had COVID. I have no. We've either had it and not known, or we've by some miracle dodged it. Because when we went to Adelaide, that night we got back, our friend messaged us and said one of them had a fever, and we're like, excellent. Like we literally spent that whole day with them, and all of the weekend with them. We're like, oh, okay, great. So we did a rat. We were negative. He was also negative. And then a few days later, maybe 3 days later, he did a rat and a PCR on that Sunday and he was negative. And then 3 days later, he did a rat and he was positive. And we have dodged it. We did 2 rats and a PCR and we were negative. So who knows?
Who knows? Oh no!
Oh, that's no good.
Oh gosh! Glad you're feeling better. Awesome. Where's this going to give it a go?
All right. We are done. I will be back next week. I'll figure out what we're cooking.
Cook next week.
It's usually a Sunday night decision, and then Erica runs to the shops to buy the ingredients. I was thinking of
from
doing
Low
something
Carb
in
Kitchen.
the Thermomix or probably something from Low Carb Kitchen.
Mhm.
Hopefully, if you didn't have Low Carb Kitchen, you bought it while it was on sale. That recipe book has been really, really well received. It was the Clean and Simple Reset cookbook, which has now just become Low Carb Kitchen. And it is a great recipe book to have. There's lots of spice mixes, condiments, meal suggestions, kind of meal ideas, and then heaps of meal recipes. Just when we were going through it to get it ready, I was like, oh my God, there's so many good recipes. So yes, maybe I will cook something out of that next week.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Bye.